Real Madrid with a shocking 3-0 defeat against Manchester City in the Champions League round of 16, and a hat-trick by Fede Valverde. Coming to this match, Madrid looked horrible these past couple of weeks against Celta de Vigo, against I can't remember, but it's just games where they would win, but they didn't. It looked like they didn't deserve to win. Or when they lost, it was Getafe, 2-0 loss to Getafe. So it was really iffy. Madrid looked like in a really shitty situation. But this match, it just did not look like that at all for them. Starting 11, you had Courtois, and then you had a 5 midfield. You have Thiago Pirac, you had Arda Güler, Tchouaméni, Brahim Diaz, and Fede Valverde. You had Vini up top, and then obviously with the defense with Mendy filling in the spot for left back after Carreras was out, Trent right back, Huijsen, and Rodrygo in defense. And people were, Madrid hasn't really lined up like this at all. Sometimes you would see maybe Gonzalo Garcia up with Vini, or obviously, or Vini and Mbappe playing together, but Mbappe being out, a lot of players being out this match. And you never seen Madrid play like this with that much midfielders to that extent, and just having one particular attacker playing. So it's a really interesting game. And with Thiago Pirac, an academy player, playing against Manchester City in the Champions League, that's something you don't know what's gonna happen. But it was no problem for Real Madrid, especially for Fede Valverde in the first half, having a hat trick. An amazing performance from him. This tweet says it all. Center mid, no problem. DM, no problem. AM, no problem. Something he's always known that he's such a versatile player. If you need him up top, he can play there. If you need him in the midfield, he'll be there. If you need him at fullback, he'll be there. That's the type of player that he is. He's the engine of the team. He is the versatile player in the team. But he's not gonna play good if the rest of the team aren't playing good. I loved when he played right back. I think he excelled, and it was because you have these players that aren't dropping back when he's playing center mid, such as Mbappe, or when Mbappe and Vini not playing together, sometimes in the midfield not working together. So when he's there and no one else around him is playing well, he's not going to have a good game. So that's why when he played in right back, he looked more solid, because I think he controlled more of the pitch. But in a game like this is where you need him at. Such a versatile player in the right hand side, especially up top. He was attacking, he was dropping back, he was defending. Just what a performance from Fede Valverde, proving that he is capable of being the best midfielder in the world and take back that mantle. So amazing from him. You had Kylian Mbappe in the stands supporting, with his knee injury. I wasn't really as saddened or scared of Mbappe not playing this match. I know Madrid are capable, especially to a City team that this season have been a little bit inconsistent to an extent. But I look at this Madrid team, and I know they are capable of winning these big games, even with no Mbappe, even with no Carreras, even I look at the team, I'm like, this team deserves, on paper, should be winning week in and week out, scoring many goals and performing the way that they did this match. That's how I look at this team. It just all depends. It really depends of what. You had Rodrygo celebrating the goal of the hat trick. Him having a ACL injury against Benfica. Was it Celta de Vigo, Getafe? These past couple matches, where he received the ACL tear, and you love to see him celebrating. It's a shame he's gonna be out for a long time. It's not fun. Knee surgeries, injuries, not fun. But hope he has a speedy recovery and be back. He's probably out for this year, maybe out for the World Cup. So such a shame from him, but hope he recovers. Well, Vini Jr. is now the fifth top assister in the Champions League history. Ronaldo at first with 42, Di Maria 41, Messi 40, Neymar 33, and Vinicius Jr. This season, he can 100% make it to fourth. Just huge for Vinicius Jr. A lot of backlash this season with controversy of how he's playing, coaches, Xabi Alonso, and also obviously the Benfica situation, Prestiani, and the fans. And always with Vinny, media is going to be on him, fans are going to be on him, but he's still capable of being the best player in the world. But another best player in the world, but the best goalkeeper in the world is Thibaut Courtois, with now having the most assists in UCL history as a goalkeeper. He's the best goalkeeper, definitely in our generation. All time is 100% in count. It's just, man, if Madrid did not have Thibaut Courtois for these past couple of years, Madrid would not have the Champions League. They would not have these titles because he's the most important player that Real Madrid have. He is such a needed player in this team, and Madrid would be totally different without him. And an amazing assist for him to Fede, and an amazing couple saves, especially the mistake from Thiago Pirach, but important goalkeeper there. Academy player Manuel Angel with you know, you love to see these. Arbeloa is giving these academy players so many chances. I love to see that. Well, he's given Thiago Pirach, he's given obviously Manuel Angel, Palacios, who looks really strong. I know I'm forgetting one, but that's something Arbeloa has been doing really well. Thierry comes out and says, I want to talk about Thiago. I watched him closely. What a game he had. He was running for everybody. And that's something you don't really see a lot of the Madrid midfield. He's such a player. He drops back. He gets in the midfield, receives the ball, makes a pass. Some Madrid in this season, really, and last season, just looks sloppy. You need something new in the midfield. And Thiago Pirach has been a player I've been saying to play for a while now. So finally, he's been getting minutes. He's looked great. Really excited to see what he can do. Such an important player. From there, he was the second most ran in the match. So it's a cool little stat there. Ratings don't really prove of how they play, but Morocco are trying to convince him to play for. Did I say Monaco? Morocco is trying to convince Thiago Pirach to play for them. But he, obviously he's been playing for Spain in the youth levels and the U21s, U19. So who knows? He can partner up with Brahim Diaz in Morocco with that strong, talented team they have, or try to get a spot. Probably not in this World Cup, but definitely in the future for Spain. But who knows? Who knows what would happen there? Mbappe says he feels good. He could play in the second leg, but I think if Madrid if they don't need to play him, if it's 0-0 halftime, or if it's towards the end of the match, don't play him at all. Don't risk it. Madrid have a 3-0 lead. Should have been 4. That might come back and bite Madrid in the ass, but it's important. You don't want to hurt Mbappe even more, even if you don't even need him. But a player, Mendy, man, what's a player? He had an amazing match, defending wise, receiving the ball. Carreras was out. People were like, "Oh, he's probably Madrid's best defensive player that they have." But man, Mendy put up an amazing performance, and in Celta de Vigo, brick wall, amazing. I was really impressed by Mendy in that match, but he's out. I mean, it's just, of course, this happens. He suffers a injury to his right hamstring. He's out for a week. He'll undergo more tests tomorrow. Hopefully, he's back for the City match. Carreras, I'm not sure if he had a suspension or if he's injured, but you have Frank Garcia. He got subbed in for Mendy, or you have Victor Valdepeñas. So it really depends, but we'll see what would happen there. This was I found really interesting or intriguing. Thibaut Courtois came out and interview. No one set up Xabi Alonso. I think we did good work, because obviously the whole backlash of players not listening to Xabi, and they set him up for failure, and that he had all these videos and he wanted to coach Madrid in his way of how he did in Leverkusen. Courtois says, they said we didn't like the tactics, didn't like the videos. Well, look, I had Conte and we spent hours watching videos because we were professionals, and that is our job. It's one thing to play football with your friends and not want to watch videos, but we are professionals, and if we have to watch a video, then it's no problem. The thing is, I want to hear this from a Vini. I want to hear this from an Mbappe. I want to hear this from, the attacking players, because Courtois is Courtois, the best goalkeeper in the world. He's not controlling the game. He's not controlling, he's a goalkeeper. I mean, you can't really, I'm sure Courtois liked Xabi, but it really matters about the players out out in the field. So I want to hear this from a top player, and I still think there was 100% little setting up that had to do with that. But I don't know. I think it's really stupid. Wish he stayed, man, because I knew what he could achieve in Real Madrid. But the next upcoming match for Madrid and Barca. Real Madrid has Elche, Atletico, Mallorca, Girona, and Alaves. Barcelona has Sevilla, Rayo, Atletico, Espanyol, and Celta de Vigo. Madrid, if they can play the way that they could, they can win all these games, obviously. Barcelona, with that shocking Newcastle performance, really bad. Newcastle really had them on lock. Lamine was nowhere to be seen besides that one penalty, and he celebrated for some reason. I don't even know if Barca had a single shot on target that entire match. But man, that was sort of shocking. But it happens, man. You're always not going to play amazing. I think Barcelona had the advantage, obviously, coming in home, and Barcelona going to win like a 2-0 win. That's just how it's going to be. But yeah, that's pretty much for the little recap of Madrid versus City. Important win, shocking a little bit. I knew Madrid weren't gonna play bad. I just had that feeling. I always have the feeling when Madrid are gonna play good. But yeah, an important win.